Hey guys, I'm back again and we're here with another video. I thought I'd do something different. I'm feeling like doing a bit of a cooking video, embedding that in the vlogs. So we're gonna get to it. Today I've got 2 wild sea basses ready to be cooked. I thought I'd bring you guys on the journey, just add something to the vlogs. Personally, I love to cook. It's something that I really enjoy doing, especially when friends are over. Hope you guys enjoy. So today on the menu, we have got some sea bass. We're gonna make it with some rice and some salad. So we've got 2 big sea basses here. So they're there at the moment. I've just got them soaking in some salt with some lemon. So that's just gonna get that fishy taste, that kind of dirty taste out of it, and help clean it a bit. So we'll leave that for a bit. I've left that there for like 10 minutes, 5 minutes to soak. We've also got our basmati rice. So I'm leaving this to soak before I cook it. That's just gonna help the grains expand and get them more nice and fluffy. So when I cook the rice, I'll drain the water then. All right guys, so we're gonna make the marinade sauce for the fish. So what we're gonna do, we've got some garlic cloves here. I'm just gonna cut the ends of them, cut the ends off. So we're gonna get that. We've got some parsley as well. We've got some green chili. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get all of that. We've got our olive oil. So this is some fresh Italian olive oil. Shout out to the Italians and their fresh olive oil. So we've got that over here. Have basically keep it like really fresh, the seasoning. So we'll get our parsley in. So let's just shove that in there. Get a bit more. Get our garlic cloves in the chili. Get that in there. We're gonna need a lot of olive oil. Fill that up, good amount. There we go, that's beautiful. And then we're gonna get some salt and pepper. There we go. Got salt. Get a pepper in there. Got a pepper in there. That's all of that goodness right in there. So that's going to be a really nice fresh marinade for the fish. Let's just check this. Then we can adjust if we need to. I think we could do with, it's quite thick. So what I might do is I might put some more olive oil in there. Just like loosen it up a bit. Do we give it a little tea? Yeah. Garlicky, very salty. Yeah, that's what we need. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pat dry my fish now. Gonna drain that, get that in there. Just gonna pat dry that, make sure that's 100% dry. And then before I put the marinade on, so let's just take this over here. Guys, I completely forgot the most important ingredient. You need to add lemon to this. So let's get some lemon. We're gonna cut this up. I'm gonna add 2 lemons, so it's about 1 for fish. So we've got this gadget here. Get that in there. Got lemon juice, so what I'm gonna do, so I'm just gonna pour all this lemon juice in here. That's all in there. We're just gonna give it a quick blend again, one more time. So this is all blended up now. We've added the lemon in there. So there we go. I was wondering why does this look so thick? So that's loosened it up. We've got the fish ready to go here. So there we go. We're gonna get all of this goodness on the fish. Gonna start brushing this on. Don't be afraid to get messy with it. There we go. And then we're gonna flip this over. You're gonna get your hands dirty, but that's part of it. You just gotta get it dirty. There we go, flip it over. I can't lie. There's just something satisfying about painting, you know, that marination. Just get it all in there, into them score marks. And what we're going to do, we need a lot of it left, so that's going to be for the inside. There we go, get that in this one as well. So open that up, and we're getting all of this in there. Get all that flavour, make sure all of it's in there. This is where it really counts, the marination. Just going to make sure that's fully covered. There we go. Everything should be nice and green. Guys, we're gonna start making the rice now. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna get my pot. We're gonna heat this up on the side. Put this here, just put this on low heat. It's always important to preheat your pans. Just get it low and slow until I'm ready to put the onions in. I'll put that on about a 3. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna start cutting up the onions. Little life hack, always have a bowl next to the cutting board, so then you can just throw it straight in there. So we've got our onions here, they're nice and thinly sliced. Then I'm gonna do the same with our garlic. So I'm probably just gonna do like two pieces of garlic. So get some oil in here, some olive oil, turn up the pan a bit more. Perfect amount. Then we're going to get some butter as well. Get that in there. The pan's nice and hot. Butter's melting in there. Just give that a good swirl. So we're going to do, we're going to get our cinnamon. Just one. Just going to put that in here. There we go. We're going to add 1 star anise. Do that on there. We're going to add about 3 cloves. I love cloves in the rice. 1, 2, 3. 3 cloves in here. Oh, yeah, sorry. Cardamom pods. Excuse me more. And then we're going to add about 3 cloves in here as well. And what this does, that's just going to bring the extra flavour from these. We're just going to toast the spices. We're going to add a bit of turmeric in there as well. There we go. So I've got my small spatula here. So we're just toasting these spices, get all the aroma out of them. Just heat them up a bit. That's going to be beautiful. I'm going to add some pepper as well to it. And look at that colour, that just looks beautiful. Add some nice flavouring to the rice. We're going to add our onions to it. We'll put the onions first and the garlic after. Okay, we're just going to leave that 2 minutes, and then we're going to add the garlic to it. So now it's time to add the garlic. So we're just going to get that in there. Whack that in there. You can lower the heat a bit. We don't want the garlic to burn. So there we go. Just get that garlic all in there. And that's looking saucy, mate. 2-3 minutes, and then we're gonna add some ingredients to bring up the rice. So we're gonna get some tomato paste, and we're gonna get some chicken stock cube. This here, that's what's gonna make the flavor pop as well even more. We want flavor, lots of flavor. So we're gonna add, first of all, tomato puree. We're gonna whack this in here. I like to add quite a bit. That's a good amount. I'm gonna whack that in there. And then we're gonna add some salt to it. Right there, rice, it needs to be very salty with the rice. It's like your pasta. You've got to make sure that the rice is proper salty. We're gonna cook this in a bit, cook that tomato puree in. We got a chicken stock seasoning here. If I can bloody open this thing. And then we're just gonna crush this in here. Make sure that's proper, like powdery. just gonna cook this down a bit. Once that tomato paste is just cooking a bit, you see that? It's just sizzling a bit. That's when we're getting all the flavors out of there. And that's beautiful. This is what you call beauty. We have got 3 cups of rice, so that's gonna go inside of the side. We've got actually not 3 cups, 2.5 cups of rice. 2.5 cups of rice, so for every cup of rice, I put 1.5 cups of water. Starting part, we're gonna add our rice into this. So we're gonna get this in there. So we're just gonna mix this up in here. Turn up the heat. Just gonna mix this up. You want that rice to get nice and flavored. But now, this is all red. So we're gonna mix that into the rice fully. Then what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna add the water to the rice. So we're gonna add this in here. So it's just, you know, a finger grain above the top of the rice. And we're just gonna mix this in, make sure all the rice is submerged. And what we're gonna do in the meantime, so I just like to give it a quick touch, taste. There's salt enough, a bit more salt in the water. And we're gonna bring this up to a boil. Brought to a boil. So now what I'm gonna do, you can go back now. I'm gonna turn this down to a simmer. So we just want it simmering. I'd say a 2 on a hob on your lowest flame if you're using gas. And we're gonna cover this like that. Make sure none of the air gets out. So this, none of the air is getting out. Properly covered. That's fully trapped. And then we're gonna set a timer. Same time, I'm gonna whack in my fish, guys. So do you wanna come to me, cameraman? So we've got a fish here. It's just been chilling for a bit. We're gonna now put this in the oven, 200 degrees. So we've got the oven here. I'm gonna whack this in. So do you wanna follow me as I whack this in? And then yeah, we're just putting this fish in. And we're just gonna let it chill there and close that up for 20 minutes. So then I'm gonna check the temperature in 20 minutes. And then we're gonna see where it's at. If it needs a bit longer. I'm aiming for the fish to be around 145 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we'll broil it at the end to take it to 145 Fahrenheit. Main important things when you're cooking fish and meat, you don't want to overcook it. So 20 minutes won't be enough to cook it, but we'll see where we're at in 20 minutes, whether it needs longer or shorter. So I'll catch you guys in a bit. So we're gonna make a nice salad with some diced cucumbers and some tomatoes. We got tomatoes, we got our cucumbers, we just whack that in there. We're gonna do the same with our tomatoes now. Get some parsley now, we're gonna whack that in the salad as well, just for some extra freshness. I might as well use the rest of the parsley off. That we used to make this sauce, you know, not put it to waste. So we've got this parsley here. Just breaking that up. There we go. That's looking lovely now. So we're gonna get a bit of this, about that much. I'm just gonna whack this in here. Maybe a bit more. Just gonna get that in there. Gonna add some salt, good amount of pepper. So, good amount of olive oil. Get that going. Just a splash. And then we're gonna get 2 lemons in there. Juice in here. There we go, beautiful. And give it a nice good stir. That is beautiful. This is the fish, 20-minute time is done. The rice is done here. We're just gonna leave that, take that off the stove now. We're just gonna check the fish quickly, see how that's doing. So I'm just gonna grab this out of here. So we're aiming for about 140. Give it about 10 more minutes, 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes in there, and then we'll put on a broil. Hey, that's steaming. Hey, that's looking sizzling. Alright, so we're gonna check now. Hopefully it should be around 140. Slot that in there. Yeah, bang on 145. We're gonna slap this in the oven now. The grill is ready, about 275. So we're gonna whack this in here. Just for like 3 minutes. Whilst that's going in the oven, we're just gonna open the rice. So I've just left this, and let's have the grand reveal. I hope you guys are ready. Oh, that just looks sensational. Now that just looks sensational, mates. Hey, now that's what I call good rice. So what we're gonna do, the top of the seasoning parts, we don't really need them. Like the cardamom and cinnamon, so we're just gonna chuck these off to the side. Just get these out. We don't really want people choking on these. There we go. That's beautiful. See how long the grains are of the rice, because it's giving it time to expand. That's what you're really looking for, them long grains. And that just looks beautiful, guys. Really happy with the rice. And that's gonna go lovely with the fish once it's done. And now we're just getting nice crisp on the fish. And there we go, nice sizzle. So guys, here we have the final product. We're just gonna plate this up. I can't lie, I'm starving, and this just looks scintillating. So let's just plate up a bit of rice. Get that in there. Just get that beautiful piece of fish. There we go. Get some of that fish there. One more piece. There we go. That on the side. Bit of tomatoes. Nice fresh dish. Right, there we go. Final dish. Now I'll give it a try for you guys. It's time to be critical, no bullshit. I'll keep this honest. Let's see if it was worth all the effort. Let me sit down at the counter, get some of that fish, get some of that skin. Make sure there are no bones in there. Get some of that tomato on there. Nice and hot. Now that is a fresh dish. I'm happy with it. I can't complain. What I would do is maybe even add a bit of yogurt on the rice. That would go nice with it. I think as well, maybe I'd add 2 chilies instead of 1. I think it needs a little bit more of a kick. But in terms of saltiness, the flavorness, very fresh dish. If you like it a bit more spicy, add some more chili to it. I'd definitely say you can definitely up the chili. But I'm very happy with this meal. I can't wait to dig in. I will catch you guys in a bit. I hope you enjoyed the cooking video. Let me know if there's any dishes you'd like me to cook. I want to cook a steak. I know it's classic, but you've got to get a steak video in there. But I'm going to think of some ideas. Also drop some comments if there are any recipes you'd like to see me cook. It's been a pleasure. I'll catch you guys in a bit. See you later.